You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. Isn't it funny how day by day nothing changes, but when you look back, everything is different? Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny. What you see and what you hear depends a great deal on where you are standing. Courage, dear heart. Failures are fingerposts on the road to achievement. You can't go back and change the beginning, but you can start where you are and change the ending. The task of the modern educator is not to cut down jungles, but to irrigate deserts. We are what we believe we are. Don't let your happiness depend on something you may lose. To love it all is to be vulnerable. There are far better things ahead than any we leave behind. You are not what you've done. You are what you've overcome. God whispers to us in our pleasures, speaks in our conscience, but shouts in our pain. Integrity is doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. Joy is the serious business of heaven. Pain insists upon being attended to. Listen to it. Miracles are a retelling in small letters of the very same story which is written across the whole world in letters too large for some to see. Even in literature and art, no man who bothers about originality will ever be original. Relying on God has to begin all over again every day, as if nothing had yet been done. Aim at heaven, and you will get earth thrown in. Aim at earth, and you will get neither. A man is not defined by the weight of his burdens, but by how he carries them. True humility is not thinking less of yourself. It is thinking of yourself less. What you do with your time defines who you are, so use it wisely. Experience, that most brutal of teachers, but you learn by God you learn. You can make anything by writing. A pleasure is not full-grown until it is remembered. The future is something which everyone reaches at the rate of 60 minutes an hour. Love is not affectionate feeling, but a steady wish for the loved person's ultimate good. Friendship is born at that moment when one person says to another, "What? You too? I thought I was the only one." The heart never takes the place of the head, but it can, and should, obey it. There's no limit to how complicated things can get, on account of one thing always leading to another. Affection is responsible for 9/10 of whatever solid and durable happiness there is in our lives. No man knows how bad he is till he has tried very hard to be good. The safest road to hell is the gradual one, gentle slope, soft underfoot, without sudden turnings. Faith is the art of holding on to things your reason has once accepted. When we lose one blessing, another is often most unexpectedly given in its place. Forgiveness does not mean excusing. If you love deeply, you're going to get hurt, but it's worth it. A proud man is always looking down on things and people, and as long as you're looking down, you can't see what's above. Don't shine so others can see you. Shine so that through you others can see him. The only thing Christianity cannot be is moderately important. If I find in myself desires which nothing in this world can satisfy, the only logical explanation is that I was made for another world. Each day we are becoming a creature of splendid glory or one of unthinkable horror. To walk out of God's will is to step into nowhere. Love is something more stern and splendid than mere kindness. You may forget that you are at every moment totally dependent on God. We meet no ordinary people in our lives. If you look for truth, you may find comfort in the end. If you look for comfort, you will not get either comfort or truth. Be sure that the ins and outs of your individuality are no mystery to Him. The Son of God became a man to enable men to become sons of God. The world does not need more Christian writers. It needs more good writers who are Christians. Every Christian would agree that a man's spiritual health is exactly proportional to his love for God. I believe in Christianity as I believe that the sun has risen, not only because I see it, but because by it I see everything else. We laugh at honor and are shocked to find traitors in our midst. The great thing to remember is that though our feelings come and go, His love for us does not. No man who is in a hurry is quite civilized. Good and evil both increase at compound interest. Affliction is often that thing which prepares an ordinary person for some sort of extraordinary destiny. You cannot hope and also think it's impossible. Nothing you have not given away will ever really be yours. The doors of hell are locked on the inside. Let's pray that the human race never escapes Earth to spread its iniquity elsewhere. Faith is not a feeling. It's a decision to stand firm regardless of your emotions. People need to be reminded more often than they need to be instructed. A man with an argument is no match for a man with an experience. Humility is not denying your strengths, it's being honest about your weaknesses. Don't judge a man by where he is, because you don't know how far he's come. God is not proud. He will have us, even though we have shown that we prefer everything else to him. The joy of the Lord is your strength. Hold on to it tightly.